We talked in class this week about what nutrition is, the science of food, looking at foods, what we eat, the nutrients in the food that we eat, the interaction between those nutrients. All of this is what we're studying in nutrition, the balance, the relationship of nutrition, the food that we consume in comparison to health and disease conditions, how we digest food, absorb, transport, and use those nutrients. And this is a lot of what we're going to keep getting into when we get into chapter 4. We'll talk in much detail about digestion and absorption. We also might look at food in terms of macronutrients, in the energy that they provide. Macronutrients are our bigger molecules, our carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, and we need these in larger quantities. And then the micronutrients are the things that we need in smaller quantities. So you'll see in this chart what each of the functions of these are, providing energy, regulating body processes, growth and development. This is what we focus on in the macronutrients and what the purpose of these are. But also then looking at, we do get vitamins and minerals from these, and these are our micronutrients. So the energy yielding nutrients are, again, these macronutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, fats. We get energy from those. Nutrients are essential. We have to consume these in food in order for our body to function properly. So if we are not well nourished, if we don't choose foods that are going to give us this energy, our body is not going to function the best that it can. And when we call something an essential nutrient, it's because your body cannot produce it in enough quantities to support life. So there are some nutrients that are non-essential that our body can take different components and use that from storage that we have in the body. But these essential nutrients, we have to consume them in our diet in order for our body to work. An essential nutrient has a specific function, and when there's an absence of that nutrient, there's a decline in function. Some nutrients, again, provide energy, those on the top, others do not. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Then we have water, vitamins, and minerals. They're also essential. We have to consume them, but they're not giving us any energy specifically. You'll see the breakdown here of water versus fat-soluble vitamins, and then the minerals that we consume in our diet as well. And we will get in much more detail in this towards the end of the semester. I want to also note the plant chemicals, phytochemicals, and zoochemicals, chemicals that we get from animal sources of foods. In nutrition research for a long time, we've looked at macronutrients, the vitamins, minerals, those micronutrients as well. But in more recent years, we are continuing to learn more and more about these other chemicals that are components of our food that have a really significant impact on our health as well. They are physiologically active components. They come from plants, phyto, or animals, zoo. Neither of these are considered to be essential. So we don't necessarily require these, again, for functioning, normal function of, your heart pumping, your lungs breathing, everything that we need to do. But what we're continuing to understand is that these chemicals have a significant impact on the likelihood of having optimal health. And that's why I think nutrition is important, is not necessarily just preventing disease, but it's helping people to feel really their very best. And, certainly preventing chronic disease, but having that optimal health. And so these plant chemicals is a way that we look at nutrition, both plant and animal chemicals. But as you'll see, the phytochemical list is much longer. This is where we get so much nutrition from our food, is from these other components that we're not just isolating vitamins and minerals, but we know there's many other components of our food that are going to help promote optimal health.